Hello, my dear friend. Come in, truly, come in and find a place of deep comfort. Let the sounds of the world outside gently recede like distant waves on a far-off shore. Just for these next moments, there's nothing you need to do, nowhere you need to rush, no one you need to be for anyone else. The day has been long, hasn't it? Perhaps it was brimming with activity, or shadowed by quiet anxieties, or simply weighted by the accumulation of everyday responsibilities and small tasks. Whatever you've carried today, whatever burdens you've shouldered, you don't have to hold on to them right now. Just for this precious time, allow it all to gently, softly begin to slide away from your grip. There's a profound, peaceful quiet waiting for you here, a stillness that invites your very soul to breathe a deep, full sigh of relief. Imagine, if you will, stepping into a space of such extraordinary tranquility, a warmth so tender and encompassing that merely being present within it begins to dissolve the sharp edges of your worries. Picture it melting away the hurried pace of your thoughts, loosening the knots of tension held in your physical body, from the furrow of your brow to the soles of your feet. It's a feeling akin to finally arriving home after an immensely long and tiring journey. Imagine kicking off your shoes, allowing your heavy bags to fall gently to the floor with a soft thud, and then sinking into the most comfortable chair you could possibly conceive. A chair that molds perfectly to your form, supporting every part of you. This isn't just any space. This is a deeply sacred, utterly personal haven, a sanctuary of unshakable rest, crafted with infinite care and boundless love, specifically and entirely for you. Now, gently bring your awareness to the rhythm of your own breath. Feel it, notice it, in and out. Let it begin to slow down, to soften, to become a quiet, steady current flowing peacefully within you. With each gentle breath you take, intentionally release a little more of the tension you might unknowingly be holding. Feel it ease from your shoulders, unclench from your jaw, smooth out from your forehead, and soften within your heart. Just let it go. There's no effort required here, no striving. You are profoundly safe in this place. You are completely and unconditionally welcome. There's no need, absolutely no need, to pretend to be anything other than exactly who you are right now, in this very moment. Your authentic self, with all its beautiful complexity, all its vulnerabilities, all its strengths, is embraced here without a single reservation, without a flicker of judgment.
Think of it truly like this. You are invited to rest in the most loving, most understanding embrace you could ever possibly know. An embrace that comprehends you entirely, that sees every single part of you, the purest joys you've experienced, the deepest hopes you secretly cherish, the fears that sometimes whisper in the quiet of the night, the unspoken longings buried so deep within your spirit, and cherishes every single facet of it all. It's a place where you don't need to strive for acceptance or work to earn love or struggle to prove your worth. All that's asked of you in this sacred moment is simply to receive, to allow yourself to be held, to surrender into this profound and unconditional care that surrounds you like a warm, protective blanket. Isn't it true that sometimes, often even, life feels like a constant, relentless effort? We're always trying to keep things together, to project an image of strength for ourselves and for others, to push forward even when our spirits feel utterly depleted, our bodies aching with weariness. And while there's a necessary time for strength, for effort, for perseverance, there are also essential, vital times when our spirits just need to lay down their burdens, to release the incessant need to be on, to step away from the demands and simply remember what it feels like to be truly, deeply at peace. My friend, this is that time. This is that space. This is your personal, tender invitation to pure, restorative, beautiful rest. You are here, right now, in God's gentle, ever-present presence, resting securely and tenderly in His lap. It's a quiet, intensely intimate place, much like a beloved child resting with utter security against a parent's chest, feeling the steady, comforting beat of a loving heart. There's a quiet, unassuming strength here, an immeasurable peace, and a profound sense of belonging that whispers, not in booming, authoritative tones, but in soft, tender, unwavering reassurance. You are mine. You have always been mine. And I love you exactly as you are, always have, and always will. Let that profound, life-altering truth sink deep, deep into the very core of your being. You belong. You are not an accident of circumstance. You are not an afterthought in the grand scheme of things. You are not alone, nor could you ever truly be, not in this embrace. And you are deeply, unconditionally, immeasurably loved. This isn't a love you have to earn through good deeds or work hard to maintain. It simply is. It's a constant, steady warmth that surrounds you, cradles you, and offers you an unshakable refuge from everything that weighs you down. It's a love that sees your imperfections, your struggles, your stumbles, and still chooses with boundless grace to draw you even closer. As you allow yourself to truly rest here, feel this profound calm begin to spread through you. Imagine it starting at the top of your head, a gentle wave of peace, slowly, steadily moving downwards, through your face, your neck, your shoulders, all the way to the tips of your toes. Imagine it like a gentle, warm light expanding within you, pushing back any lingering shadows of anxiety, any remaining tendrils of unrest. Let go of the insistent need to fix things, to understand every intricate detail, to control what often feels utterly uncontrollable. Just for a while, allow everything to simply be. Release it tenderly into this gentle, loving, all-holding space. There's an infinite grace here, a vast capacity that can hold it all, every concern, every fear, every unanswered question. This quiet, unwavering presence that surrounds you is more than just a feeling. It is a safe harbor, an unshakable anchor for your soul in a world that often feels tempestuous, unpredictable, and demanding. It's a constant, gentle reminder that even when the currents of life feel strong and threatening, even when the world outside seems utterly chaotic, there is a steady, loving heart holding you securely, keeping you safe. You are truly and deeply cherished, not as a duty, but as a joy. You are a unique masterpiece of creation held securely in the hands of boundless, unfailing love.
Take a moment to consider the rare moments in your life when you felt truly, completely safe, truly accepted for exactly who you are, without any caveats or conditions. Perhaps it was in the warm, secure arms of a loved one, or during a quiet, awe-inspiring moment in nature, or in the profound stillness of a deep, peaceful sleep where all worries dissolved. Try to recall that exquisite feeling of complete surrender, of knowing with every fiber of your being that you were utterly secure, utterly protected. Now, gently, lovingly, allow yourself to amplify that feeling, multiply it infinitely. That, my friend, is the essence of the embrace you are in now. It's a security that transcends every circumstance, a peace that goes far beyond human understanding because it flows from an eternal, unchanging source. This isn't about escaping reality or denying the difficulties of life. It's about finding a deeper, more profound reality within it. It's about remembering that beneath all the surface struggles, beneath all the daily demands, there is an enduring bedrock of peace, of love, of unconditional acceptance that is always available to you. You don't have to frantically search for it. It's not something distant or hidden. It's already here, present within you, surrounding you, gently inviting you into its boundless stillness. Allow yourself truly to simply be. There's nothing you need to accomplish, nowhere you need to strive to go, no idealized version of yourself you need to become in this precise moment. Just rest. Let your mind begin to quiet like a still pond reflecting the sky. Let your heart soften, releasing any hardness or guardedness. If thoughts or worries drift in, as they naturally will, acknowledge them gently, without judgment, and then lovingly allow them to float past like wisps of clouds across a vast, endless blue sky. Don't engage with them. Don't follow them down their winding paths. Simply observe them and then let them go. Gently, patiently, bring your attention back to the gentle warmth, the profound safety, the unwavering, consistent love that continuously holds you. This deep sense of belonging, this profound emotional safety, is not just a comfort. It is a fundamental, innate need of the human spirit. In a world that often feels fragmented, disconnected, and isolating, this divine presence offers complete integration, profound acceptance, and perfect belonging. You are not merely tolerated here, you are truly celebrated. You are not just seen superficially, you are deeply known to the very depths of your being. And in this perfect knowing, there is perfect love, a love so pure and complete that it gently casts out all fear, all anxiety, all doubt.
Let go of any lingering self-judgment, any persistent feelings of inadequacy, any old regrets that cling to your spirit. In this boundless embrace, there is only compassion, only profound understanding, only forgiveness. The past, with all its hurts and mistakes, is held under an ocean of grace. The future, with all its uncertainties, is securely held in the hands of infinite love. And in this present, sacred moment, you are utterly, completely, perfectly cherished. This is a profound gift, freely given, without conditions, without expectations. And all you need to do is open your heart just a little to receive it. Imagine a gentle, cleansing stream of pure, living peace flowing through you, moving slowly through every cell, every fiber of your being. Feel it gently washing away any remaining tension, any lingering worries from the day, any emotional residue that still clings. This stream carries with it the vibrant, living presence of peace, of profound renewal, of deep and abiding comfort. It cleanses and soothes, leaving behind a feeling of incredible lightness, a sensation of profound tranquility, a deep inner quiet. You are being renewed, restored, refreshed from the inside out by this divine presence. As you settle deeper into this profound peace, perhaps your mind, in its natural way, begins to drift. Even in this stillness, those familiar currents of thought might emerge, leading you towards the things that weigh you the most, those persistent worries, the anxieties that often feel like a knot in your stomach, or a heavy, unwelcome cloak draped over your shoulders. It's perfectly okay if they come to mind, my friend. It's simply what our minds do, isn't it? We all carry them in various forms at different times. That deeply human feeling when worry just feels too heavy to bear alone.
Maybe for you, it's a quiet, gnawing concern about your financial stability, the numbers never quite seeming to add up, or the weight of responsibilities pressing down. Perhaps it's a relationship that feels strained and fragile, leaving your heart aching with uncertainty and longing for resolution. Or the health of someone you deeply love, a constant whisper of fear that steals your sleep and clouds your days with a persistent hum of unease. It could even be the relentless, ever-growing to-do list that seems to expand faster than you can ever hope to tackle it, leaving you feeling perpetually behind, perpetually inadequate. The future, in its vastness and unpredictability, can feel so daunting, so uncertain, and our minds, bless their diligent efforts, often rush ahead, trying desperately to anticipate and solve every potential problem, to prepare for every possible outcome before it even has a chance to arrive. It's a natural, instinctive human response, this deep-seated desire to protect ourselves and those we care about, to maintain a sense of control in a world that often feels beyond our grasp. But in its intensity, it can also leave us feeling utterly exhausted, as if we're constantly bracing ourselves for a blow that may never even come, or fighting battles that exist only in our anxious thoughts. God understands this. He knows the intricate, delicate workings of your heart and your mind. He knows the way worries can loop and replay, an endless cycle, stealing your precious peace, interrupting your sleep, and clouding your days with a persistent hum of unease. He is not distant from these very human struggles. Quite the opposite. He's right here with you in this very moment, gently, lovingly inviting you to share them, to unburden your heart. Imagine, truly imagine, placing each worry, one by one, with gentle intention, into the infinitely capable and loving hands that hold you right now. Not because you're giving up on finding practical solutions, or because you're denying the reality of your challenges, but because you're trusting that you don't have to carry the entire crushing weight of them alone.
Think of those times in your life when you've carried a really difficult problem, a burden that felt too big for you, and you finally gathered the courage to talk it through with a trusted friend, a wise mentor, or a compassionate loved one. Remember how just speaking it aloud, giving voice to the unspoken fear, having someone truly listen without judgment, without interruption, could immediately, even if subtly, lighten the burden? This is an even more profound, more expansive experience. You are entrusting your deepest worries, your most vulnerable fears to a presence that has infinite capacity to carry them, to truly understand them in their fullest scope, and to work with you through them. This isn't about being passive, it's about partnering with boundless wisdom and love. Sometimes worry feels like you're standing at the edge of a deep, dark, impenetrable forest, unable to see even a glimmer of the path ahead. Every shadow seems to hold a potential danger, every rustle of leaves a potential threat. You know intellectually that you have to go through, that life demands movement forward, but the thought of stepping into that unknown fills you with dread. In these moments, it's incredibly easy to feel utterly overwhelmed, isolated, perhaps even paralyzed by fear. But what if you weren't walking into that daunting forest alone? What if there was a gentle, strong hand holding yours, a quiet, unwavering assurance that you wouldn't stumble? And even if you did, you would be caught, held, and helped back onto your feet. This isn't about being told dismissively, "Don't worry," which can often feel unhelpful, even invalidating when your worry feels so real and visceral. Instead, it's about being understood in your worry, being met with profound empathy for the very human experience of anxiety, and then being offered a profound sense of partnership, of co-carrying in facing whatever life brings. It's remembering in your deepest core that even when you feel utterly helpless, utterly without recourse, you are not truly helpless because you are, even in that moment, profoundly held. He doesn't dismiss your anxieties as trivial, he embraces them with you, gently helping to untangle the knots, to lighten the crushing load, one breath, one moment, one gentle thought at a time. It's a quiet strength, a comforting presence that whispers softly, "I've got this," and more importantly, "I've got you." As you allow yourself gently to release these heavy thoughts, to surrender them into this loving presence, a different kind of strength begins to emerge within you. It's not a forced outward strength, but a quiet, deep-seated resilience, an inner fortitude, a profound hope that transcends the immediate challenges and fears. This is the peace that settles in when you truly rest in the knowledge that you are intricately cared for,
watched over with infinite tenderness, and loved beyond any measure you could ever conceive. Consider the gentle reminder of the birds of the air, who do not sow or reap or store away in barns, yet are fed, and the lilies of the field, how they grow and are clothed in splendor far beyond any human adornment. These aren't just quaint observations, they are tender illustrations of an unyielding truth. If such meticulous care is given to the natural world, how much more, infinitely more, is given to you, His beloved creation? This isn't a call to irresponsibility, but a deep invitation to trust. To trust that the same loving hand that sustains all of creation is intimately involved in the details of your life, even the smallest, most seemingly insignificant ones. When worry feels too heavy, it often feels like you're alone in a vast ocean, trying desperately to swim against an overwhelming tide. You feel the strain, the exhaustion, the fear of going under. But imagine, in that very moment, a strong, gentle hand reaching out, not to judge your struggle, but simply to help you float, to remind you that you don't have to battle the entire ocean by yourself. This presence doesn't promise a life free of waves, but it does promise to be with you through every wave, to steady you, to lift your head above the water, to whisper words of calm even as the storm rages. Allow yourself to lean into this truth, to feel the comfort of being understood, of having your struggles acknowledged without judgment. There's immense healing in that acknowledgement alone. Often, the very act of trying to suppress our worries or pretend they don't exist only makes them stronger. But here, in this gentle, accepting space, you can bring them out into the light, place them before this loving presence, and feel them begin to lose their power to overwhelm you. They don't disappear instantly, perhaps, but their grip loosens. Their roar softens into a gentle hum.
This presence holds not only understanding, but a divine perspective that stretches far beyond our limited human sight. When we are caught in worry, our vision becomes incredibly narrow, focused only on the immediate obstacle or the potential negative outcome. It's like looking at a vast painting through a tiny keyhole. We can only see a fragment, and it often appears distorted and frightening. But the one who holds you sees the entire canvas, the whole story, the intricate interplay of light and shadow, and the beautiful unfolding purpose. He doesn't ask you to instantly see what he sees, but simply to trust that he does see, and that he is working all things together for your good, even when it feels impossible from your limited vantage point. So as you rest here, in this tender embrace, consciously, gently release each worry that comes to mind. Name it quietly in your heart, acknowledge its presence, and then with a soft exhale, release it into the care of this loving presence. Let it go. You don't have to carry it. You don't have to solve it all right now. Just allow yourself the freedom of letting go, even for these precious moments. Feel the lightness that comes with that release, a softening in your chest, a gentle unwinding in your mind. This is a practice, a gentle art of surrender. It's not a one-time event, but a continuous invitation to return to this place of rest and trust whenever worry begins to feel too heavy again.
Each time you do, you strengthen the pathway to peace within you. Each time you deepen your knowing that you are never truly alone with your burdens. You are always, always held. You are always, always supported. You are always, always loved. Let the quiet assurance of this presence wash over you now. Feel it soothe the raw edges of your anxiety, calm the racing thoughts, and bring a gentle stillness to your spirit. You are not meant to carry the world on your shoulders. You are meant to be carried. Rest in that truth now. Rest and allow the weight to lift.
And sometimes, my dear friend, life doesn't just bring the quiet, persistent hum of worry. It brings full-blown, undeniable storms, moments when everything feels chaotic, when the winds of change or hardship blow so fiercely that you feel completely tossed about, disoriented, perhaps even adrift. These aren't just minor anxieties that you can gently lay down. These are the times when the very ground beneath you feels shaky, uncertain, as if it could give way at any moment. When the sky darkens overhead and the waves seem to threaten to engulf you entirely, this is when the soul cries out, longing for a steady hand, a guiding light, for God's quiet whisper in the storm. Think about a boat, a small vessel caught violently in a tempest on a vast, unpredictable sea. The waves are not just lapping, they are crashing mercilessly over the deck, soaking everything, threatening to swamp the boat. The mast is creaking under unimaginable strain, groaning as if it might snap. Every person on board is gripped by primal fear, their faces pale, their hearts pounding, truly believing this might be the end. In the midst of that terrifying, deafening chaos, the roar of the wind, the crash of the waves, the shouts of fear, imagine a voice, a single voice, calm and steady, rising effortlessly above the maelstrom, saying simply, "Peace, be still." And then, miraculously, incredibly, the storm obeys. The furious winds die down to a whisper. The towering waves flatten into gentle ripples, and an incredible, profound quiet settles over the water, leaving only the gentle rocking of the boat. This isn't just a story about a moment on a lake long ago, a tale from ancient times. It's a vivid, powerful illustration of a profound truth that applies directly, intimately to every single storm you might face in your life today. Perhaps it's a broken relationship that feels utterly irreparable, leaving your heart in fragments, scattered and aching. Or the relentless, crushing pressure at work that leaves you feeling drained, inadequate, and perpetually on the verge of burnout. Maybe it's a deep, pervasive loneliness that wraps around you like a cold, inescapable shroud, making you feel utterly invisible, even in a crowded room, even amidst people you know. These, my friend, are your storms. These are the moments when you most desperately need that calm, steady voice, that divine whisper that brings peace to chaos. When the chaos rages around you, when the storm feels personal and overwhelming, it's incredibly easy to feel utterly alone, as if you're the only one experiencing such profound turmoil. It's easy to believe that your struggle is unique in its intensity, that no one could possibly understand the depth of your pain or fear. But in this quiet place, in this gentle, ever-present embrace, you are reminded with tender certainty that you are never truly alone in your struggles. The very same presence that commanded the ancient seas to be still is here, right now, with you in your specific personal storm. He is not watching from a distance, he's in the boat with you, fully present. His presence doesn't always instantly make the difficult external circumstances vanish. Sometimes the storm still rages around you, the challenges persist, the problems remain. But what changes profoundly and beautifully is you. What changes is the atmosphere within your own heart, the landscape of your inner world. When he whispers, "Peace, be still," it's not always or only directed at the external winds and waves. More often, it's an invitation to the churning, fearful turmoil within your own soul. It's an invitation to find an inner calm, a deep resilience that exists independent of your outer circumstances. It's a reminder that even when everything around you feels out of control, there is a place of stillness and peace that can be found within you by resting in him. Think of it like this. When the storm is raging, your natural instinct is to fight, to brace, to struggle against the powerful forces. You try to fix, to control, to find a way out. But what if the very act of fighting against the storm adds to your exhaustion? What if you could find a way to rest within the storm, anchored by an unshakable presence? This whisper isn't about denial. It's about a different kind of power. It's the power of finding stillness in motion, of finding calm in chaos, of finding hope when all seems lost. Perhaps your storm is the pain of a deep betrayal, a wound that feels like it will never heal. The emotional waves crash over you, bringing anger, grief, confusion. You replay conversations, relive moments, searching for answers, trying to understand why. This relentless mental churning is a storm in itself. In those moments, the whisper isn't about magically erasing the pain, but about offering a profound comfort, a tender hand to hold as you navigate the turbulent waters of your emotions. It's a promise to sit with you in your sorrow, to mourn with you, to be a steadfast presence as you slowly, painstakingly begin the work of healing.
Or maybe the storm is the crushing weight of unmet expectations, either your own or those placed upon you by others. You feel like you're constantly striving, constantly falling short, and the self-criticism becomes a violent tempest within your mind. The whisper here is one of grace and acceptance. It reminds you that your worth is not tied to your performance, your achievements, or what others think of you. It's about being deeply loved simply because you exist, simply because you are His. This whisper gently urges you to release the need for perfection, to embrace your humanity, and to find rest in His unconditional love, which is far greater than any earthly expectation. Even in the profound loneliness that sometimes sweeps over us like a cold, empty wave, there is a whisper. When you feel disconnected, unheard, unseen, the storm of isolation can be deeply painful. The whisper here reminds you that you are never truly alone. This presence sees you, knows you, hears the unspoken cries of your heart. It's a reminder that you are part of a greater tapestry, connected to an eternal source of love, and that even in your solitude, you are profoundly accompanied. It's an invitation to lean into that divine companionship, to find solace in the knowledge that you are always in communion with the one who created you and cherishes you. The purpose of God's whisper in the storm is not to tell you that difficulties won't come or that you won't feel pain. Life, in its beautiful, complex reality, is full of both sunshine and storms. The whisper is a promise of enduring presence through it all. It's the steady anchor that holds your soul when everything else is being tossed about. It's the quiet voice that reminds you of truth when fear is screaming lies. It's the tender touch that soothes your spirit when the world feels harsh and cold. How do we hear this whisper? Often, it's not in the grand dramatic gestures, but in the stillness. In moments like these, when you intentionally set aside the noise and simply rest in His presence. It's in the quiet unfolding of your heart, in the gentle surrender of your anxieties. It's in the moments when you pause, breathe, and consciously invite His peace into your deepest being. It might come as a sudden sense of calm, an unexpected thought of comfort, or simply a deep, abiding feeling of being held, even when nothing else has changed.
This whisper is a profound act of love, a testament to His intimate care for you. He doesn't just observe your suffering, He enters into it with you. He feels your pain, understands your fear, and extends His boundless comfort. This means you don't have to pretend to be strong when you feel weak. You don't have to hide your tears or your struggles. In His presence, you can be utterly vulnerable, utterly real, and find nothing but compassionate acceptance and unwavering support. So, as you continue to rest in this gentle embrace, allow yourself to acknowledge the storms that may be currently raging or those that have left their marks on your heart. Don't push them away. Instead, bring them gently into this sacred space. Place them before this loving presence and listen. Listen for that quiet, steady whisper of peace, be still, echoing not from outside, but deep within your spirit. Let it soothe the turmoil. Let it calm the fear. Let it anchor your soul. Know that even in the fiercest winds, even on the darkest waves, you are not adrift. You are held. You are seen. You are loved. And in that love, you will find the strength to weather any storm, not by your own might, but by the quiet, powerful peace of His presence. Rest now in the eye of His calm.
As you rest here, enveloped in this profound peace, perhaps a new kind of quiet reflection begins to stir within you. We've acknowledged the worries that weigh us down, and we've spoken of the storms that life inevitably brings. And through it all, we found solace in a presence that understands, that whispers peace. Now, let's turn our hearts to an even deeper, more foundational truth: the unwavering, consistent, meticulous care of a Father who provides and never, ever forgets. In our human experience, it's all too common to feel overlooked, forgotten, or that our needs aren't quite met. The world can often feel like a demanding place where we must constantly prove our worth to receive. We learn to strive, to earn, to ensure our own security, sometimes to the point of exhaustion. But in this quiet, sacred space, we're invited to step into a radically different reality. We're called to remember a love that precedes all our efforts, a provision that anticipates our every need, and a remembrance that is far deeper and more faithful than any human memory.
Think for a moment about the simplest things in creation, the most unassuming creatures that flutter and grow around us. Consider the tiny sparrow, so small and seemingly insignificant, flitting from branch to branch, singing its brief song, searching for its sustenance. We're told that not one of them falls to the ground without his knowledge. Not one. If such meticulous, intimate attention is given to a single, ordinary sparrow, an unremarkable bird among countless others, how much more, infinitely more, does that same loving, observant eye rest upon you? You who are made in His image, who are cherished as His beloved child. Then turn your thoughts to the lilies of the field, blooming in vibrant, delicate beauty. They neither toil nor spin. They don't fret over their attire or strive for adornment. Yet they are clothed in a splendor that surpasses even the most magnificent robes of kings. They simply are, rooted in the earth, drawing sustenance from the soil and light from the sun, trusting in the natural order of things. If such exquisite beauty and provision are lavished upon a fleeting flower, a bloom that is here today and gone tomorrow, how much more with immeasurable care and love will the Father provide for you? You whose life is precious, whose spirit is eternal, whose very being is a testament to His creative love. These aren't just quaint observations or poetic analogies. They are tender, powerful reminders of a profound and consistent truth. You are seen. You are remembered. You are deeply, intimately loved. This isn't a love that occasionally glances your way. It's a constant, unwavering gaze of affection and care. It means that in every single detail of your life, from the biggest challenge to the smallest, seemingly insignificant need, His provision and attention are at work.
Perhaps you've been struggling with a specific need, a practical requirement that feels overwhelming. It could be a financial need, or a need for wisdom in a complex decision, or simply a need for energy to face another day. In moments like these, it's easy to feel alone in that struggle, to believe that you must conjure up the solution entirely by your own strength. But the Father who provides delights in meeting those needs, often in ways we least expect, in ways that gently surprise us and deepen our trust. He orchestrates circumstances, touches hearts, opens doors, sometimes in subtle shifts, sometimes in profound interventions. This isn't about expecting magic or demanding a specific outcome. It's about cultivating a deep-seated trust that even when the path isn't clear, even when the means are unknown, the ultimate source of all good things is intimately aware of your situation and deeply committed to your well-being. It's about remembering that the same hand that shaped the mountains and carved the rivers is tenderly arranging details in your life. And this Father never forgets. In a world where commitments are broken, where promises are sometimes empty, and where people inevitably let us down, the idea of being truly, consistently remembered is a profound comfort. There's a quiet ache in the human heart to be remembered, to matter, to leave an imprint. In His eyes, you are never forgotten, never a passing thought, never relegated to the archives of His memory. You are always present, always cherished, always on His heart. Think of those moments when you felt overlooked, when your efforts went unnoticed, when your silent struggles were unseen by others. That feeling can be deeply isolating, can't it? It can lead to a sense of unworthiness, a belief that you don't quite measure up. But His remembrance is a powerful antidote to that feeling. He remembers your name, your tears, your hopes, your every step. He remembers the quiet sacrifices you've made in secret, the love you've poured out, even when it seemed to go unappreciated. Nothing is lost to His sight. Nothing is insignificant in His care. This constant remembrance is tied to His profound love for you. It's not a cold intellectual remembering, but a warm, active, compassionate remembrance that moves Him to care, to intervene, to comfort. It's the kind of remembering that a loving parent has for their child, always mindful of their needs, always protective, always delighting in their presence.
So as you rest in this space, allow these gentle truths to wash over you. Release any lingering fears about scarcity, about not having enough, about being forgotten or overlooked. Let go of the need to strive endlessly to secure your own future, to prove your worthiness for provision. Rest in the knowledge that you are intricately woven into a divine plan of love and care. Breathe in the assurance that you are provided for, not just for your physical needs, but for your emotional, spiritual, and mental needs as well. He provides comfort for your weary heart, wisdom for your perplexed mind, strength for your tired spirit, and peace for your anxious soul. His provision is holistic, encompassing every aspect of your being. Breathe out any doubts, any fears that whisper that you are on your own, that you have to fend for yourself entirely. Release the burden of self-sufficiency that often weighs so heavily. In this moment, simply lean into the truth of a Father whose heart is constantly turned towards you, whose hand is always open to give, whose memory never fades. Rest in the soft reassurance of your immense value. You are precious. You are uniquely gifted. You are a beloved child, held in the unwavering gaze of a Father who finds joy in your very existence. You are not a burden, but a blessing. You are not an obligation, but a delight. Let this gentle truth bring a deep sense of security and belonging. You are not forgotten in the vastness of the universe. You are personally known, intimately loved, and meticulously cared for by the One who created all things. His promise to provide and never forget is not a fleeting hope, but an eternal, unshakable reality.
As you continue to simply be, let the quiet warmth of His provision and remembrance settle deeply into your heart. Feel it as a comforting embrace, a profound sense of security that goes beyond all understanding. You are safe. You are cared for. You are deeply, truly, eternally remembered. Rest in that gentle, powerful truth.
As you continue to rest in this gentle, loving presence, having released some of the heavier worries and finding solace in the Father's unwavering care, let your heart now turn towards another deep human need. We all carry them, don't we? Those inner wounds, the quiet grief that sometimes lingers long after a loss, the sting of past regrets, or the subtle aches that come from life's inevitable disappointments and heartbreaks. These are the burdens that weigh on our spirit, making our hearts feel weary, heavy, and sometimes even broken. This is a sacred space for healing for the weary heart. Life, in its beautiful complexity, often leaves its marks. Sometimes these are visible scars, but more often they are invisible wounds etched into our souls. Perhaps it's the pain of a word spoken in anger that still echoes in your memory, or the sting of a failure that continues to define a part of your self-perception. Maybe it's a deep, unspoken grief for something lost, a relationship, a dream, a season of life, or a loved one whose absence still leaves an ache. It could be the lingering shadow of past mistakes, regrets that whisper accusations in quiet moments, making you feel unworthy of peace, unworthy of love. These are the burdens that can make our hearts feel truly weary, heavy, and often profoundly alone. In our human experience, we often try to push these wounds away, to ignore them, to distract ourselves from their ache. We tell ourselves to be strong, to get over it, to move on. And while strength and resilience are important, there's a deeper need within us for true healing, for a gentle restoration that acknowledges the pain rather than denying it. Here in this loving presence, you are invited to bring those inner wounds, that quiet grief, those past regrets, out into the gentle light. There is no need to hide, no need to pretend. This is a space of utter acceptance, where vulnerability is met with boundless compassion. Imagine for a moment that your heart is like a beautiful, intricate vessel, and over time, through life's journey, it has accumulated cracks, dents, and perhaps even some broken pieces. Instead of being told to simply patch it up or carry on, imagine a tenderness so profound, a compassion so vast, that it gently reaches out to touch those very places of hurt. This is the essence of God's tenderness in restoring brokenness. He doesn't condemn the cracks. He offers to mend them with a love that makes them stronger, even more beautiful in their healing. Think of those times you've tried to navigate a difficult emotion or a past hurt all by yourself. It can feel like being stuck in a dark room, fumbling for a light switch you can't quite find. The thoughts go round and round, the feelings intensify, and you feel trapped. But in this embrace, it's as if a gentle hand is placed on your heart, a soothing presence that doesn't just sympathize, but deeply empathizes. He knows the exact nature of your pain, the origins of your wounds, the weight of your regrets.
He sees the story behind every tear, every sigh, every moment of weariness. This healing isn't about erasing your past or pretending that the pain didn't happen. It's about transforming the meaning of that pain. It's about finding strength and even profound wisdom in the places where you were once broken. It's about allowing love to seep into those deep crevices, bringing comfort, understanding, and ultimately peace. It's about realizing that even the most difficult experiences can become part of a larger story of resilience, growth, and grace. Perhaps your weary heart carries the burden of unspoken grief, a loss that felt too big to share, too personal to articulate, or a grief that the world expects you to be over by now, but which still tugs at your soul. Here, in this presence, there is no timeline for grief, no expectation for you to move on before you're ready. There is only an invitation to bring your sorrow in its rawest form and simply let yourself be held in it. He mourns with you, weeps with you, sits in the quiet agony of your loss with a profound and unwavering empathy. This gentle companionship in grief is a powerful balm to a wounded heart. Or maybe the weariness comes from past regrets, choices made that you wish you could undo, words spoken that you wish you could retract. The weight of what if or if only can be incredibly heavy, creating a cycle of self-blame and shame. The whisper of this loving presence offers profound reassurance. Nothing is too lost for His love. No mistake is too big, no regret too deep, no past decision so irrevocably flawed that His grace cannot reach it, embrace it, and begin the process of restoration. He offers not condemnation, but forgiveness, not judgment, but understanding. He invites you to lay down the heavy burden of perfectionism and embrace the freeing truth of His boundless mercy.
This healing is a tender process, often unfolding gently, like the soft light of dawn chasing away the night. It's not a sudden, dramatic lightning bolt that instantly erases all pain. It's more like a quiet, consistent presence that nurtures your heart, little by little, day by day, moment by moment. It's like a gentle gardener tending to a bruised plant, carefully watering, providing light, and patiently waiting for new growth to emerge. Allow yourself to feel the tenderness of this restorative love. It reaches into the deepest, most hidden corners of your heart, the places you've tried to protect, the places you've tried to forget. It touches those wounds not to reopen them with harshness, but to soothe them with grace. It holds your grief not to diminish it, but to honor it. It embraces your regrets, not to magnify them, but to gently release their power over you, offering the freedom of forgiveness, both received and extended to yourself. This presence also brings a perspective that transcends our limited human view of brokenness. When we see a wound, we often focus on the damage, but He sees the potential for profound healing, for strength forged in adversity, for a unique beauty that emerges from overcoming. He sees you not as broken beyond repair, but as precious and whole in His eyes, capable of profound restoration. He reminds you that your worth is not diminished by your wounds. If anything, your journey through pain can lead to a deeper capacity for compassion, for empathy, for understanding the struggles of others. So, as you rest here, truly open your weary heart to this divine surgeon, this tender healer. What are the specific wounds,
the lingering griefs, the persistent regrets that you are carrying right now. Bring them forth, without fear or shame. Speak them in the quietness of your spirit, or simply hold them in your awareness and offer them up. Let them be seen, acknowledged, and touched by this boundless love. Feel the soothing balm of His compassion wash over those places of pain. Imagine it gently dissolving the sharp edges of hurt, softening the hardness of grief, lifting the heavy weight of regret. Allow His peace to permeate those wounded areas, bringing comfort where there was once agitation, light where there was shadow, hope where there was despair.
This is a promise of restoration, a gentle reassurance that nothing you have experienced, nothing you have endured, nothing you have regretted is too much for His love to redeem and to heal. His love is vast enough, His grace deep enough, His compassion tender enough to reach into the darkest places and bring forth healing and light. You are not alone in your weariness. You are not destined to carry these burdens forever. There is profound healing available to your weary heart, and it is offered freely, fully, and unconditionally, right here, right now, in His loving presence. Rest in this truth. Let your heart be ministered to. Let the healing begin, gently, profoundly, with every breath you take. You are cherished, and your weary heart is being cradled in the hands of infinite tenderness. We have journeyed together through a space of welcome, acknowledged the heaviness of worry, found quiet strength in the midst of life's storms, remembered the unfailing provision of a Father who never forgets, and opened our hearts to tender healing. Now, as our time in this quiet reflection gently draws to a close, let us gather all these threads together, weaving them into a final, deep, and complete rest in His lap. This is an invitation to settle even further into the profound peace that has surrounded us, allowing it to prepare your heart and mind for true restorative sleep, cradled in His endless presence. Imagine drawing your thoughts and feelings together like gathering a soft blanket around yourself on a cool evening. All the burdens you released, the worries you shared, the storms you acknowledged, the needs you brought forward for provision, the wounds you offered for healing, they have all been received with boundless love and compassion. You have not been alone in any of it. This journey has been one of gentle unburdening, of tender consolation, of profound remembrance of who you truly are in His eyes. As you reflect on these moments, perhaps you feel a subtle shift within you, a little lighter, a little softer, a little more at peace. This is the natural outcome of resting in such love. It's not about solving every problem or making every challenge disappear, but about finding an inner sanctuary, an unshakable calm that resides deep within your spirit, no matter what external circumstances may arise. This sanctuary is always available, always present, always waiting for you to simply step into it.
Let us now enter into a moment of gentle prayer and reflection, a quiet conversation from your heart to His. You don't need eloquent words or perfect phrases. He understands the language of your spirit, the whispers of your soul, the unspoken longings that reside deep within you. My dearest Father, my gentle comforter. Thank you for this sacred time, for this precious space of quiet. Thank you for welcoming me just as I am, with all my imperfections, all my fears, all my weariness. Thank you for inviting me to lay down the heavy burdens that press upon my heart and mind. I bring them to you now once more and truly release them into your infinitely capable hands. I release the worries that cling to me, the anxieties about tomorrow, the fears about what might come. I trust that you see, you know, and you hold all things. I surrender my need to control, my desire to understand everything, and simply rest in your boundless wisdom. I acknowledge the storms I have faced or the ones I am currently navigating, the broken places in my life, the pressures, the moments of loneliness or confusion. I thank you for being in the boat with me, for speaking peace into the chaos, and for anchoring my soul when everything around me feels unsteady. I trust your presence to guide me through, knowing that even when the waves are high, you are with me. I remember now your faithful provision, a Father who sees the sparrow and clothes the lily. I thank you for your constant care, for remembering every detail of my life, and for meeting my needs in ways seen and unseen. I release any fears of scarcity or lack, and I lean into the truth of your abundant, overflowing grace. You never forget me, and you always provide. And for the weary places in my heart, the wounds, the griefs, the regrets, I bring them to your tender, healing touch. I ask for your compassion to wash over these hurts, to mend what is broken, to soothe what is raw. I trust that nothing is too lost for your love, no pain too deep for your healing grace. Help me to forgive myself as you have forgiven me, and to receive your restorative peace.
Thank you for loving me unconditionally, for holding me in your lap, for being my safe haven and my constant source of peace. As I prepare to rest now, I ask for your profound peace to guard my heart and mind. Let me sleep deeply, serenely, knowing I am utterly safe in your embrace. Now, my dear friend, as you draw this time of reflection to a gentle close, allow yourself to simply be in this final, deep rest. Let every thought, every feeling, every sensation simply soften. Imagine yourself being completely cradled in this loving presence, like a child, utterly secure, utterly at peace, on the lap of a beloved parent. Feel the warmth, the safety, the profound stillness that surrounds you. This is the ultimate resting place for your soul. It is a place of absolute acceptance, where you can finally, completely let go. Let go of the need to achieve, to strive, to prove. Let go of the day's demands, the worries of tomorrow, the echoes of yesterday. Just let yourself sink deeper and deeper into this profound sense of peace. As your body begins to relax even further, feel the gentle weight of His presence holding you. It's not heavy or oppressive, but light and comforting, like a soft, warm blanket.
Feel your muscles release their last vestiges of tension. Feel your breath deepen and slow, becoming a tranquil rhythm that lulls you into deeper serenity. Allow the peace that surpasses all understanding to settle over you, a gentle balm for your mind and spirit. Let it quiet the chatter of your thoughts, soothing any lingering anxieties. Imagine a soft golden light filling every cell of your body, bringing a profound sense of calm and restoration. This is a deep, unburdened rest. It's the kind of rest that renews not just your body, but your entire being. It's the kind of rest that allows your soul to catch its breath, to be refreshed, to be gently realigned with the truth of His unwavering love for you. You are loved. You are safe. You are held. You are cherished beyond measure. There is nothing left to do, nothing left to worry about, nothing left to strive for in this moment. Just be. Be present in His love and allow yourself the gift of deep, peaceful rest.
Let sleep come now, gently, naturally, as a beautiful extension of this deep peace. As you drift off, carry with you the profound knowing that you are never truly alone. His lap is your eternal resting place, a sanctuary where you are always welcome, always cared for, always loved. May you awaken feeling refreshed, renewed, and deeply aware of His enduring presence in your life.